Welcome back. Well, news today around the ANC Youth League. You'll remember that a national task team has been put in place to manage the affairs of the ANC Youth League. Now, a comment today from the chair of that national task team and an NEC member, Sibongile Besani, that in fact it will now go to a conference early next year. Well, I'm pleased to tell you that Sibongile Besani is a member of the National Executive Committee of the ANC, also the head of the ANC's presidency, is with me now. Mr. Besani, good evening. Thanks so much for coming in.
Good evening and thanks for having me.
There seem to be conflicting reports out of your press conference today. When are you expecting to have a conference for the ANC Youth League? Will it be as early as March?
Well, Stephen, we as the National Youth Task Team, the task team of the ANC, we have been given the mandate by the NEC to rebuild the Youth League. Now, we have not been given the time frame. That's the first point. However, what we are doing, the period that we use is the period that the ANC normally does. So the roadmap that will be developing to do this task will be a period of about 9 months. We hope that we can achieve everything in that period of 9 months.
The ANC Youth League's caused a lot of trouble for the African National Congress over the last few years. There was a leader, I think his name was Julius Malema, if you'll remember.
Yes.
It ran out of money. It's technically broke. Colin Mayane was accused of various things. He was the former leader until about a month ago. Do you still need a youth league?
The ANC Youth League remains relevant. That is why the mission of the ANC Youth League is what they call the twin task, to champion struggles of young people, and this is across South Africa. That is still a very important thing to do, especially in the context of unemployment. Young people have got to have their own voice. The second issue is also to mobilize young people behind the African National Congress. The ANC remains a relevant party today. Therefore, you can't have an ANC that does not prioritize existence of young people. So it remains relevant, the ANC Youth League.
It's got a glorious history, of course. We go back to the 1940s. Do you think young people, though, still aspire to join the ANC Youth League? Or do you think it's lost, I suppose the fancy word is cliche, but do you think it's lost some of that sort of coolness that it once had?
Of course, times are different. Challenges are there. The ANC Youth League, even the ANC itself, is faced with many challenges. And in the context of these challenges, that include what you just spoke about the ANC Youth League being liquidated, because it's a legal reality about its existence. So part of what we are going to do to rebuild the Youth League is to ensure that we take off the liquidation off the table of the Youth League. In that sense, we'll be able to start the process of rebuilding in earnest. So indeed, there are many things that have happened in the Youth League. However, we're looking forward to ensuring that young people are more inspired again to join the African National Congress Youth League, because we want to rebuild an ANC Youth League that is vibrant, that is militant, the ANC Youth League that will continue to champion struggles of young people.
Mr. Besani, you're also head of the presidency of the ANC, if I'm correct. You'll have seen all the reports about the funding for the CR17 campaign, the emails, the claims in the Sunday Independent newspaper yesterday that money was taken out of the CR17 campaign fund and spent, just given to people. Some people seem to use it for personal gain. Zizi Kodwa has been quoted as saying, he's a deputy minister now, as saying he won't explain what he used the money for, and it came out of the account after Nasric. Are you confident that all of this money was used for proper campaigning? It doesn't seem like it was.
Look, we don't have to be confident about what it was used for. The evidence that we have is that people met, fundraised, and on the basis of fundraising they prepared transport, they prepared all kinds of logistics to ensure that what they stood for gets advocated throughout the country. So the ANC has issued a statement in that regard. And even presidency last week, we have said there is nothing that suggests that some actions of illegality were underway. How they spend it, I think people at some stage will speak for themselves. But we are happy that the matter, the president of the ANC, Comrade President Cyril Ramaphosa, has been able to present it before the African National Congress, NEC. You see, when we talk about ethical leadership, it's not only about what you do, it is also about what you do when there are perceived missteps, when there are missteps, and so on. We believe that President Cyril Ramaphosa has been able to act ethically by ensuring that where there are perceived missteps, these things are brought to the fore. That's why he put the matter to the NEC, and consequently the NEC resolved that the officials have got to provide guidance in this matter of campaigning. Yeah.
Okay, are you able to explain, and I have to ask this, the Economic Freedom Fighters yesterday, their statement that their Member of Parliament, Tebogo Makwele, received 40,000 Rand from this account. So what you have is an account that was created for the person who won the ANC leadership contest to actually win that contest. He's the president now. And yet it goes to the account, it gets 40,000 Rand of it, ends up in a Member of Parliament, belonging to a Member of a Parliament of a party that seems to be campaigning against him.
Yeah, I'm unable to explain that, but all that we are saying, there's evidence that those who campaigned for President Cyril Ramaphosa had fundraised to ensure that the campaign goes through, and what is being advocated is well received by everybody. So for the Makwele issue, I'm unable, quite frankly, to respond to it.
Do you think the President should give us an explanation?
As you would remember, President Cyril Ramaphosa has indicated on several occasions that he was not directly involved in the operations, so he does not have a full account of what happened and so on. So I think that is what we should stick to.
Sibongile Besani, sir, thank you very much indeed for your time. I do appreciate it. The head of presidency at the African National